Welcome to an episode of Healing Shame with your host, Jeffrey BJWV. Welcome. Today is September the 22nd here in America. Still here watching the house for me mom while she's on a cruise on vacation, on vacay. So I'm very blessed and honored to be able to watch it and put her mind at ease while I'm here with our little buddy cats, cat friends, and taking care of the place, being a little caretaker. What's going on with Invisalign? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Okay, Invisalign journey. The first thing I want to mention is I am on tray 7. So you are looking at tray 7 on. Just started this morning. Okay. So there we go. Tray 7. Now, I want to put up here on the screen so you can see some concerns I have. All right. So, boom, it's up here. Here we go. And what we're looking at there, that's the first x ray I took at the end, towards the end of July. And you are looking at that extraction site there. You can see the bone is trying to reform. Doesn't appear to be any real issues with the incisor, the adjacent one next to the extraction site. The one that had a lot of recession was giving me some trouble, a little bit after the extraction, of course, with the lack of support from the adjacent tooth and throwing the whole system off, destabilizing, as I've mentioned in some of my previous Invisalign journey videos. Um, so what you see there is looking okay. Now, this next one is where the concerns started coming up. I just took this a few days back. We're looking at maybe even just probably 4 days ago, maybe 4 or 5 days ago. Not long, just a few days ago. Now, what we're looking at here is I've circled with the green circle, a couple of circles there at the bottom, at the root of that tooth, the very bottom, the apical bottom root part. You see, it appears there's a little bit of a line of demarcation, something happening there. And then on the right, as you're looking at it, I guess technically that's on the left side of the tooth. But as you're looking, it's on the right there, that green circle you see, there appears to be some changes going on here. It looks like there's a shadow or a darkened area coming in, encroaching in on the edge, the root edge, like I said, the left side of the tooth coming in. And this has concerned me. I don't know what that is. I haven't got any confirmation from either the doctor that I went to get this x-ray, just right down from the house in Darmstadt there. He said that tooth doesn't look dead because I was worried that incisor, I was worried that incisor was dead, okay, because I couldn't feel any sensation when I placed an ice cube on the root of that tooth, okay. Right there, you see, I would take an ice cube and I'd put it there and I'd put it on the root of those other teeth and I could feel the cold sting burn and then it would go away, but I couldn't feel anything on that adjacent incisor. So I was worried it was dead, something was going on with it. According to the x-ray you saw there, that you can see that pulp looks like there's a questionable region in it that maybe looks a little bit like it's dissolving or disappearing. But according to him, he said, according to that x-ray, that tooth doesn't look dead. And he told me what you would look for in a dead tooth would be a black abscess at the bottom part. Now, that black shadow encroaching on the left edge of that, I don't know, is that, and he didn't even mention that area uh, during the time, but it's funny because the technician or the assistant mentioned, yeah, I see kind of a blackened border there. Maybe that's something to be concerned about. The dentist didn't even mention that. I didn't notice that black edge until after I was done at the doctor's office, at the dentist's office. Now I'm thinking that could be the apical very bottom tip of the root could be root resorption, RR, where the body starts to resorb the root, or and that edge could be root resorption, or it could be decay or infection or something. I don't know what the hell's going on, but that is really caused me a lot of concern. So that's what we're looking at here regarding the x-rays. That's why I want to put them up there for you, keep you, abreast of the developments here with Invisalign. Things to look out for, be wary of. Root resorption is a possibility when you're moving teeth. You sure don't want to lose any more teeth when you're undergoing this process, but there's nothing else I can do right now except just continue forward with the process. The dentist in Thailand, where I started this process, I have sent. I'm trying to keep them up to date. I haven't got any real confirmation back. He's out of the country. So hopefully soon I'll get some information about what's going on. Possible solutions to root resorption. You could get a root canal. If you catch it early, you could get a root canal and maybe you can stop that process from occurring, and save the tooth. I don't know where we go with that. And hell, maybe it's just an anomaly. Maybe it's just a different angle. I thought, well, this is just a different angle of the x-ray because you can see compared to what you saw, the two different ones you can see, it does look like they did take it at a little different angle with the one I took a few days ago compared to the one I took towards the end of July. All right, it's a lot of information with the x-ray, I know. So let's jump right back into other stuff that's been going on with this Invisalign journey. As you know, I'm on tray 7. That means I'm over 25% finished with set 1. Set 1's 24 aligners with a couple correction aligners. So this is progress, at least, people. Progress. And this is a challenge. That's why we call it a journey, because everybody will have different experiences with Invisalign. I can say that, as I mentioned before, I had pericoronitis back here, where that gum flap had come over the it was called a operculum. I almost forgot. It's called an operculum. It was growing over that back. Well, the back wisdom tooth there. Well, the dentist had snipped that out, and it did heal. There's no problem with that back there at all. It has retracted. It's pulled back. Boom, we're good. But as you know, on tray 5, here's lower tray 5. You can see I did have to modify. I don't know if you can see it that well, the modification that I had to do, but there are 3 molars here and only 2 here. Okay, because I had to snip that wisdom out because that operculum was inflamed, the gum was infected, so I had to snip that out. That started with tray 5, where I had to start modifying my trays. Okay, not a fun thing. That's lower tray 5. And lower tray 6, I just finished. And and so you can see also I had to modify lower tray 6. Okay, so you've got 2 molars here, you've got 3 here. So on that left side, I had to snip that one out because of the operculum. It was major problem. That's lower tray 6. Modifications needed. Um, I also modified tray 7. Can't take it out. It's already. I'm not going to take it out for you to see, but it's got the same modification as those previous 2 trays. Cut that back one out. I didn't want to take any chance in reinfecting that gum tissue, causing any more problems. It's already hard enough being on Invisalign. Trust me, it's a challenge. Just to briefly mention also regarding that challenge, what you're going to need, and I didn't really see, you got my little case here. This has got everything you need in it. Your Invisalign case, okay? This is very handy, and you've got things like this in there. You've got your chewies, you've got your chewies, you've got your scrapers, your floss tool. They just all fell on the keyboard. Always fun. You got your chewies in there. You got your flosser, okay, and you whatever you need to do in there in this case. I also keep a pull tool in there. I didn't need a pull tool trays 1 through 4 because I was able to take simply a little piece of a tissue paper and take this and go back, uh, pull up on the tray in the back corner, uh, lift up. That's you get a grip this way, and then lift up. And then once you've got that started, you can pull around there and pull around there, and eventually that's just going to pop out simply using this. I didn't need, and then I could use a hook like that for the top. Pull down, and then come out. Okay. That's for the bottom because the bottom's gripped so tightly back there, you can't get a hold just with the finger because it's at an odd angle like that. But that way, no problem. The lower one's tough, so you use a napkin or toilet paper, tissue, whatever it takes, just to get a grip and get them out. Now, that tissue paper does not work anymore when you modify the trays, for me anyway. So that's where this bad boy comes in. I can get a grip with the tissue paper on the back, on the right, bottom right, but I can't get a grip on the bottom left because I've modified the tray. Just can't get on it for some reason. So what I do is I get on I lift that side up, and then I take the pull tool once that's been lifted up on the bottom right, and I take that pull tool in there, boom, I pull out, and it just rips the thing out, man. It feels like a little bit forceful, but it's the only way I can do it that works once you modify that tray. So that pull tool is going to become very important if you have any complications. I have found. I'm so glad I do have one. It's coming in handy now. Okay. So there's that regarding modifications and things you've got to modify because of the modifications. Okay, things you got to change. Also, to briefly mention, I'll go into detail maybe even. Tray 6 has been the toughest tray for me because I'll tell you what's happened. If you are, um, Invisalign's already hard as it is, despite throwing out all the other complications of life that you got going. It's hard. All right, it's a challenge, it's a journey. Well, I fell back into an old behavior, my caffeine addiction. Okay. And because of this, um, it's made Invisalign just that much tougher in a way because now what has started to happen, I'm on day 2 off the caffeine, off the tea, mainly it's just tea. So I was keeping my aligners on because I'm not going to take them off every time I drink tea. Well, tea, guess what? As everybody knows, and coffee and other things, tea stains your aligners, okay? So I don't know if you can tell in here, but you've got this one is this on see this one right here is tray 5 and this one's tray 6. I don't know if you're going to be able to see a stain or not, but this one is discolored, tray 6 is discolored, and tray 5 is clearer. And like I said, I don't think it's going to really show very well. Sorry. This is tray 6. Fuck. I got it messed up. I believe so. Am I right? All you got to do is look on the bottom right there to know if you get mixed up. It tells you which one. This is 5, actually. And yes, this is 6. So this is the more discolored one. I don't know if you can see that. But anyway, because of my tea consumption, these sons of bucks These bitches got really discolored. It's probably hard to see except when it's like that. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's discoloration, okay? Discoloration of the bottom compared to tray 5. And of course, the clean new ones, tray 7. No discoloration at all here. Um, because of all the tea, here's the upper tray. It got gunked up, man. All the sweet stuff I put in the tea and the creamer and the milk. I drink my tea with milk, hot tea with milk and sugar and all that. So we really gunked these bastards up, man. I mean, they've got shit all down in where the what do you call those things again? Those ramps, bite ramps. Fuck, my mind is degenerated because of all the caffeine lately, guys. But you got the bite ramps, and all the gunk got down in the bite ramps and into the attachment points inside. Anyway, this is a caveat here, man. If you're a tea drink, they say if you're a snacker, tea drinker, coffee drinker, this is probably not going to be for you unless you don't mind discoloring your aligners. Now, it's not the end of the world. They got a little discolored. I don't think it would stop me if I was a serious coffee addict or a caffeine junkie from doing this. I'm trying to go off caffeine. I'm on day 2 now because I really want to break the habit. To be honest, if you do it, you do it. But hey, you're gonna have to suffer the consequences, and you will get discoloration um, on your liners. Okay, so I experienced that. Um, so gosh, I don't know if I can say anything else going on. I'm on a 10-day wear time now, starting on tray 7. I was given the green light. What can I say about tray 7? Just bringing it back to the current. Um, Definitely when chewing, biting down, this tooth is, like I said, it's giving me trouble. It always hurts when I try to put them on because you've got a little potential halo, as I mentioned before. There's a potential halo developing on these two top upper medial incisors. Okay. See it there? So when I had to use a chewy to bite down to try to seat these aligner top ones better, I got to bite down on this tooth, man, because it's the only way to. How is she going to do it? There's no way to bite to try to push these on without biting on that tooth. It's an impossible situation. I'm doing the best I can, babying what I can, trying to seat the aligners on and get a good fit, so I get through this process and things work out. So I do have some pain in here in this tooth a little. It's got some sensitivity and a little stinging, a little pain when I bite. Try to use the gummies, the chewies, whatever. Um, I don't know what else to say except I'm on 7. I'm glad to be on 10-day wear time. So I'll be changing out October 2nd instead of the 14 days because I started on the 22nd. So 10 days um should be October 2nd. Yeah. Yeah, that'll put me at that time to change out to tray 8. So the cool thing about it, as I said before, too, is the greatest thing is when you've conquered a set of trays, boom. What I do, man, this is a momentous occasion. They go back in the bag and we say, I fucking defeated you, man. And then you put them away with the rest of the completed trays in your little black Invisalign bag. Seal it up and goodbye because we beat that one. Boom. That's all I have for you guys. I just wanted to update you on Invisalign journey. I didn't do one for starting tray 6, but here you are. And until next time, I wish you all the best on your journey. Hang in there. It will be worth it. I've definitely seen changes. And until next time, Hang in there, and all the best.